Hello guys, Sergeant Ryuki here. I am currently driving home from work. This 100 days challenge that I'm doing, which I kind of talked about a little bit before I got distracted and rambled off. In last night's episode of ARK Primal Fear, I want to show appreciation for people who actually take the time to do that. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort to do that. You gotta pay attention to the days. There's a lot of things you gotta try and do in a day, or to at least make progress. And if you're doing challenges like spin the wheel nonsense like I'm doing to punish myself, then yeah, it makes things fun. It's challenging. Sometimes it's very upsetting in a lot of ways. Sometimes things doesn't turn out the way that you would expect it. You guys will find out soon enough. Especially for one of the last, out of 3 things I had to do. I'm not going to go into detail, because I can't expose anything yet. I have one thing that I got to do, and I got to try and do it before I have to spin the wheel again. And I'm reluctant to do it. I'm reluctant to do it, but I got to do it. I got to somehow do it. But while talking about ARK here, especially when it comes to the 100 Days Challenge, which, like I said, appreciate the time and effort someone goes into doing that, and also try and make it as entertaining as possible. To be sitting there for hours in a day or all night long recording, and then or even streaming it. Like you stream it and then you edit it for the YouTube crowd, and then you put it up, or you simply do it for the YouTube, and you're not streaming, but you're doing it on your own time. It's basically opened my eyes to a lot of things, is what I'm saying. I went back to ARK Survival Evolved, not just because of the bugginess or the consistent crashes lately in ARK Ascended. I went back because if I completely focus on because I feel like I have to upload something. I have it wired that I have to upload every single day, or at least if I want a day off, I have to announce the fact that I'm taking the day off and not upload anything, which leads into that thought of, is the YouTube grind finally setting its teeth into char? And I've been doing it a while. I walked away from it for a while. I went from doing YouTube to streaming, and then 3 years ago, or a little over 3 years ago, went right back to YouTube again, and I started uploading stuff on YouTube again, trying to bring this old channel back, and in a lot of ways I did. The channel's been getting a lot more attention than it ever has, and I want to thank you guys for that. I want to thank the ARK Survival Evolved for that, mainly. I ain't saying that one of my ARK Ascended videos, which as of right now, I guess from the last time I looked at it, has now 748 views. But I'm hoping I have one, if not two, maybe 5 videos this year where I break 700 plus views, to where I see 1K views, and I want to see it with a video, something that I enjoy. Like I like Ark. I'm not addicted to it. I just like to play it. Yet that also means, yes, I am addicted to it because I can't stop playing it. But I like Ark. I will keep playing Ark until it's no longer any fun, or it pisses me off to a point where I will stop playing it. But there's games that I have on console, on my Xbox, that I had bought on PC, and that's Monster Hunter World, which I put, if I add all the extra hours plus working on another character and then starting over, deleting everything and starting over on a whole nother character, I probably have roughly 800 to 900 hours on that game. I bought it on Steam because I bought the full deluxe or whatever edition of it on Steam. I have not downloaded it or whatever, because I have so many other things I was focusing on. I will go after Bigfoot again. I'm going to try and move away from Ark for a little bit. I am going to go back to work to attempt a successful hunt on Bigfoot again. I was really close the first fucking time, but that SOB, he just wouldn't leave me alone. I was so close. I was seeing that health drop, and I was like, I'm going to get him. I'm probably going to die about the same time, but I'm going to get him. I'm going to take him with me. And he wouldn't leave. He looked like he was going to leave, but then he's like, yeah, no. I'll finish him. Mortal Kombat. 7 Days to Die. A lot of the progress I have been doing on that is not recorded. I spend a lot of time not doing anything besides either quests or building or gathering materials and stuff. A lot of that grinding that I've been doing on it, making some really ugly looking base defenses, not properly done, like anyone who would normally play the game. Me, never playing it before, not building a proper base, not building a proper defendable base. I'm going to make it a lot harder to get through those Blood Moon nights, and I set it up to Blood Moon every night, so the next time you see an episode will be another Blood Moon night. I'm still going to do the whole 3 days thing, and eventually, I'll do a quest as well. I have some quests planned, but I'm going to be doing a lot of those episodes where those Horde nights are coming in, and I'm probably going to increase those Horde nights to make things difficult, because that's 3 lives. 3 lives and the series is over when it comes to 7 Days to Die. Baldur's Gate, I'm going to bring back Baldur's Gate. I'm going to have to make sure when I do go to recording, I turn the nudity back off. Because I think when I reinstalled it, I left it so there is nudity. I'm not recording anything yet. I just want to make that clear. I'm not recording anything yet. It kept my save file, so I can still use my warlock and everything, because I played a little bit. I built several characters: a bard, a paladin, a ranger. I think I might have chose a barbarian. There's several ones I've completed, or I've made. I've progressed a little bit as a bard and a little bit as a monk. I didn't realize at the time, if you would look at the deal when you level up, like, hey, there's a little box there in the corner that says, hey, if you want to add like another thing, like, you know, if you start out as a warlock, you can add sorcerer to it or anything like that, add another thing. I didn't realize that until I looked into it and started looking into things, started playing again. It's like, oh, I guess if I wanted more spell slots and whatever else, I guess I can add, you know, sorcerer, or maybe I should pull a fjord and pull a warlock paladin kind of thing with my Tav, the Dragonborn character that I started out playing with. And hey, like, you can do that with all the other characters too that join your party and whatnot. It's like, okay. I didn't realize that. It's like, for someone who's never played D&D before, it's kind of like, if you can do it when you're building your character on D&D Beyond, like, you should be able to do it on a fucking video game. You're just not paying enough attention. That's me. But there's so many other things. Like, I downloaded one game that I was gonna try that I thought at first looked really good. And then when I play tested it, no, it's crap. It's got a long way to go. Long way to go. But one of the things I'm going to bring up is that some information got brought up to that I had. It kind of got brought up to me, and it's one of the reasons why one of the games that I had recently played, that had recently came out. I had started a playthrough of it on the day of that it released when I got off work, and I enjoyed it. To be honest with you, I enjoyed it. Like, I thought the game was, you know, well made. It had that creepy factor, it had that atmosphere, and the ability of, you know, being able to use your own mic and to add to that, like, oh shit, I could talk to whatever's going on here. It took a little bit to try and get certain things to happen, but I was going to plan another recording to finish the game, to finish it, and then that's when I found out that someone else had played it and uploaded it, and I never bothered to watch their playthrough because I didn't want anything spoiled, and then the video got privated or removed. And it was due to certain information that happened. I don't know if it's true, but for safety reasons, I made the choice to remove the video from my channel. There ain't saying that I can't bring it back, but if it's true, and there's a lot of people who are saying that it is true, then it's most likely that I can't fully support a game from a dev. You know, I can't support that. So it's one of the reasons why I had removed the video. But what is it? Is it 17? So it's still 2 more days. Damn. Today's the 17th, and damn. Still gotta wait 2 more days for Palworld. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna play Palworld. If I had the following that everybody else had, I probably would have already had it. But probably no. There's a good chance I probably wouldn't have. But I don't have time to sit there and shoot messages to you and back and forth to see if I can get a key for it. But I will play it, and might be a brand new series to add. I'm still thinking about doing a recording of a first actual Nuzlocke sort of thing. I know I fucked around with Pokemon Insurgence and did a randomizer sort of thing, and I probably got up to 2 or 3 episodes of that. If I go back to Pokemon Insurgence, I'm probably going to do something else, which means you're probably not going to see the same thing that I did before. And you're probably not going to see it right away. And there's another thing that because I downloaded Pokemon Insurgence again, but on my other PC, on my good PC. And I downloaded another game that I had messed around with before it became was better. It kind of updated. Updated was better than what I had originally played. So if there are other games, especially Pokemon games, Pokemon fan-made games, I am thinking about making one of my own, and I have an idea to make one. It's finding the time to be able to make it. It's why I will never make a mod for Ark, because I just don't have the time, let alone the patience, to sit there and do it, even though I sit there and I frustrate myself playing Ark a lot of times. So yeah, I'm probably going to play Ark Survival Evolved for a little longer. I don't know if I'll do another episode series after the Primal Fear Revival series. I don't know if I will. If I do, it might be the mod that I messed around with on Ark Ascended. That was probably part of the reason why I was having all those crashing issues. I will probably do a playthrough of that, and then that will be the end of it. Or I will just stop playing and focus on recording everything else. I know I keep saying this, but I will return to streaming. I'm just never going to announce when I'm going to do it. I have this whole new idea a whole new way that I'm going to do it. And it's why when it comes to Twitch is why I'm stepping away kind of from the Charjun Ryuki name. I still basically have claim over the name, because the channel, the rebrand still has part of that name to it. But yet I have this whole new idea that I want to do, that I want to try, that I'm never really going to talk about. I'm just going to do it. When I decide to hit a button and go live for the first time, that's when I'm going to try it. I even bought a brand new, maybe 2 brand new Charwolf masks. One different from the other. And it will depend on those who are there, who watch, who know the character. If they want to see the same mask or a different one. Is there going to be any ideas of merch? Yeah. I'm kind of already in the works of doing it. I just don't know if I'm going to go ahead and go through Stream Elements, or go through something else that kind of has more than just the basic products, like a blanket, a mug, phone case. Or I might just say screw it and just go through Stream Elements. that was always a headache for me. Merch was always like a thing that I really didn't want to do it unless I had like a little legitimate reason. And if I'm going to be doing charity, if I'm going to be helping out with charities as well, which there is one certain charity that's kind of, I ain't saying I wasn't like one of the important people, but I did my part. I helped the best that I could. I accepted and I took the time to do it, to help with their events. And I told them in a DM, in an email, basically, that my plan for 2024, that I was to return back to streaming, but I just didn't feel like when exactly am I going to return? And it's the thought of, right now, do I mentally feel like I'm ready to go back? Right now, honestly, the answer is probably still no. No, I just don't feel ready. I want to. There's always that temptation every time I bring up OBS to just hit start streaming. But I just don't feel like it's the right time yet. I ain't saying that because my birthday's coming up. Like, my birthday ain't important. Like, hell, I take myself out for my birthday. That's what I do. I really got no one else with me to celebrate my birthday with. So, like I said before, I always take myself out for my birthday. I go out and do something for myself. I don't know about you guys, but it's been colder than hell. Hence why I'm wearing a much thicker coat than before. Like right now, it's like 20, 25 degrees, but give or take a few hours, that will drop. Like, the wind chill is absolutely horrendous. And people can't just leave well enough alone and keep their dogs locked up. People just need to leave my dog alone. Especially their dogs need to leave my dog alone. That's why I need to get the F out of this town. But, recordings on console eventually come back. I still have to hook up the new webcam and make sure it works. If not, then I basically got to either get a different cord or buy a whole another webcam. I talked about a lot of stuff in this episode, in this vlog. And yeah, I know about Matt Pat's retirement, or choosing to step away, and he's doing it for the right reasons, and I respect that. I think I might have mentioned him a few times in a lot, like maybe quite a few of my past videos a long time ago. Especially when I did the FNAF, of trying to beat FNAF all at once, all 5 days of FNAF, which I got to towards the end of night 4 and then got screwed by Freddy. I'm going to go back to that too. I still want to complete that all in one go. I want to try and complete FNAF all in one go. I still want to do that. Even if I go back to finish night 4 and night 5, I still want to finish it all in one go. And it'll probably be the only one that I'll have patience to do that with. Because it's basically the only one I own at this point. No, I wanted to. I wanted to. I wanted to do this vlog because I haven't really sat down or really talked to you guys for a while. I haven't. I think I used to show off what I got for Christmas, but it really didn't feel like I needed to this time. Yeah, I mentioned that I might have mentioned that I got some new weapons, new swords, a few new knives. I do have some new blades. So that raises my, at least when it comes to the swords themselves, that raises my number of blades to 22. But, like I said, I keep them all locked up or placed in a certain spot in the house that only I know, in case I have to use them, which, happily, I don't have to use them. Am I still doing the sword training? Yes. Mainly in the house, but it's mainly like movements like this, very not something like I would do when I was in the garage. And it's more of kind of like doing weight training a little bit, like getting the form, getting that form, that motion again. And I've been doing a lot of stuff in the house because it was way too cold to be out here. And if you were outside for even just a minute, your hands would freeze. It was just absolutely miserable. You didn't want to be out here. The amount of snow that we've gotten, like if you couldn't hear, there's still snow in my driveway. Even if I cleared it and someone else had cleared it, still a lot more snow. It needs to quit snowing. But yeah, I got a dog waiting on me to get her food. But there's just a lot of things I'm doing. Like, I'm still working on the 100 Days Challenge. I'm still doing stuff. I've got plans to record a few episodes tonight, and I got some other things I want to try out and play test. There's some things I got to write down and schedule for the weekend that I got to do, that I want to do, which means it's probably going to be another weekend of me not going out, me just staying home and working. But when I go out, I mainly just go out to place to eat, maybe to a movie theater, and then I go home. I really don't go anywhere to really interact with people. I still have that point where I go to point A, point B, maybe C, and then I go straight home. Like, I have to have a legit reason. And the thing with YouTube too, especially thinking about it, I started back in late 2015 to 2016, and before 2016, I had lost an aunt to an immune deficiency, to IDF, basically. At the time, I had no idea she had that. I think ever since I was a kid, I've never known she had that. No one told me she had that. And she was my godparent. No one told me she's had that. No one told me she was in a constant battle with that. And it grew to the point where she basically had no immune system. And whatever white blood cells she had, they attacked the red blood cells, which means they couldn't tell the difference. And so she had to constantly get blood transfusions. She claimed that she kind of felt like a vampire. And then eventually, we lost her. And then I lost my aunt to my other aunt to stage 4 cancer. which is a big surprise. The one aunt I was closer, probably the closest, the aunt that I was probably the closest to, most likely the closest to. And then I had lost my grandma as well. And basically within the same year, so yeah. Thinking back on things. It's like I had some good moments with YouTube at the time when I was consistently uploading, because there was at least 3 days in a row where I never slept. I recorded and I uploaded, and I uploaded like 25 videos. Like, I separate them day by day, but I uploaded like 25 videos in like 3 days. I wouldn't recommend staying up for 3 days and doing that, especially when you have to go to work as well. I wouldn't recommend that. It's not healthy at all. And I did that. I even talked about it, and it was not good. It was not good. I don't recommend that at all. You make a lot of stupid choices. Because like, when I started, I was doing a lot of vlogs, and then I would start doing gaming, and then gaming kind of took over when I got a good enough laptop, and then went from that to streaming, and then upgraded thanks to Black Friday, getting a good deal on a PC, and then that kind of spun off to basically streaming, and then I walked away from YouTube after a whole bunch of things happened. And then back in 2019 to 2020 is when I started uploading videos on the channel again. Some highs and lows. And kind of things when I talked about earlier is like, has the YouTube grind kind of taken, sunk its teeth in a little bit? Maybe it has. But yet I still don't pay attention to analytics. I don't pay attention to the numbers. And when it comes to views, especially on videos, the only time I see them is when I go to upload. That's the only time. I don't go out of my way to look at them consistently. I only look at them when, like, I had no idea that episode 31 of Ark Survival Ascended, when I did that final fight against the Beta Overseer, would reach over 700 plus views. Damn near 750 views. I never expected that. Or other videos that I have to reach over 100 views. Or more than that. I never would have expected it. And I appreciate that. But for someone like me who really doesn't want to do this for money, I mean, if I do get money, I end up giving it back. It's why I never really truly accept money from people. Especially when it comes to like YouTube or streaming. I never really truly accepted it, because in some ways I ended up giving it all back. Or giving it to the person who really needed it, because I really didn't need it. Because I was the one guy who worked a full-time job. I really didn't need it. And it's one of the reasons why I'm thinking, if I do go back to streaming, changes are to be made. And if I do a charity related thing, like if someone, like if I just set something up through Stream Elements where if someone wants to buy merch, if a certain merch design was made for charity only, sold for charity only, for that event, whether it be for that day or for an entire month, of raising money for that charity, then all that merch will be put, money from that merch will be put towards that charity. And that sort of thing. But just like I said, like I don't want to do this for money. I want to, like I said, I want to be able to fucking enjoy it. That's why I don't pay attention to the views. That's why I don't pay attention to the analytics. Despite how many times YouTube says, hey, pay attention to the analytics. I'm like, no. I don't want the numbers to try and take control over my life. I want to be able to enjoy this. I want to be able to enjoy it. I want to be able to have fun. Even if most of the stuff that I do is completely solo, and I'm not working with anybody else, I'm not playing with anyone else, as much as I would like to have someone else to play, or to partner up with and tackle a boss, or do something, or do a challenge and compete against one another, I wouldn't mind that at all. I would be fucking happier than hell. But it's probably one of the reasons why I probably should have recorded all the times I was playing Monster Hunter Rise with friends. Especially with one friend who really wanted me to play Monster Hunter Rise with her. And wanted me to get it. And she was the reason why I put the money towards Monster Hunter Rise to play it on the Switch. And it's a decent game. I still favor Monster Hunter World, which is my first Monster Hunter game that I ever played. I still prefer Monster Hunter World over Monster Hunter Rise. But they are coming out with a new one next year, plus with the brand new Switch as well. So that's something to look forward to. But the longer I sit here and chat with you guys in this vlog, the colder it's going to get. So I'm going to go get things taken care of and get myself in the house and start recording. Because I can hear my dog yelling at me. You guys can't hear her, but she's yelling at me right now. So, see you next time. Peace.